You said Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide. People don't believe it.
Well, I mean, listen, they have a right to their opinion, but as someone who has worked as a public defender, as a prosecutor, who's been in that prison system, who's been in the Metropolitan Detention
Blink
Center,
twice if
who's
you're
been
in
in
danger.
segregated housing, you know a suicide when you see one, and that's what that was.
He killed himself. You want me to get? I've seen the whole file. He killed himself.
Okay, look, we were a little harsh on Kash the other day, rightfully so, because we didn't like some of the things that were coming out of the FBI's office, but we couldn't find him previously claiming that Epstein didn't kill himself. Fine. But Dan did have this to say about Epstein's death in 2019.
I'm not going to speculate on the circumstances of his death until the information is out there, but I'm clearly going to tell you, a lot of you emailing me this weekend like, Dan, this is suspicious. I don't disagree. How is a guy who is alleged to have tried to harm himself already not on suicide watch while connected to some of the most powerful people in the world in a devastating case of alleged sexual misconduct? I cannot explain that with a straight face.
Okay, listen, I am not mad at Dan at all. But here's the thing. You know how we felt because you felt the same way. You understood the complaints from people in your audience saying that this couldn't possibly be a suicide. You didn't go so far as to say that he didn't kill himself, that we have on record that I know of, and that's fine. But listen, man, when you just say, trust me, I've seen the file. No, I'm sorry. We can't, because you know why we don't trust these institutions anymore.
Everything they ran on
Yes.
was not, you don't need to trust the deep state experts because they don't have your best interest.
Right.
So
and I trust that Dan has our best interest at
I
heart
would
way
like
more.
to think
And Kash
so.
does too. Way more. I have my issues more with Kash on some of the stuff that he's done, some of the stuff he said he would do that he hasn't done. And look, this is not friendly fire. This is people holding other people's feet to the fire and giving advice. Dan's a smart guy. He doesn't need me to give him advice. But my advice is, when you have the same kind of problems, understanding and believing the story, when you identify with your audience on that, bring some evidence to us. You said you've seen the entire file. Release it. What good is it to hold that back at this point? Release photos. Give us the timeline. Let us understand what you've seen so that conspiracy theories go away completely and we can all see plainly, if it is true, that he killed himself. You have to do it that way. If you don't, people will continue to question things. And I don't want your credibility to be eroded by that office. And it seems like right now, Kash's and Dan's credibility is taking hits. It doesn't mean it's getting taken down. It just means it's taking hits. And I don't want that. I want people to have more faith in their institutions because they've been transparent.